Okay, 7 o'clock, we'll start this meeting. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, couple of agenda items, changes or additions. We're gonna add the RSU 21 finance from Velma. We'll talk a little bit about the purchasing policy under business, and then other business, I need to add the payroll / warrant. I hear a motion for approval of the agenda.
So move.
Give me a second while I write this down. Go. Okay. Whoops, wrong one. Darn it. Hey, any discussion? All those in favor? Okay, public forum. This is where we have comments from any non-agenda items. You got nothing, Jack? Nothing. All righty. Next item on the agenda is the approval of minutes of the October 24th meeting.
The minutes state that the Arundel Heritage Society would like to donate to the town the Arundel Heritage cane. Actually, the Historical Society is keeping the ownership of the cane and just want to be able to display it and have everything represented here at the town hall. So that should be noted.
All right, so I'll just note here, cane is to stay.
Yeah, it's not a donation.
Right.
The Historical Society is keeping ownership of the cane. Yeah.
Okay, so should we see some notes? All right.
That's the only thing I see, and I'd make a motion the minutes be approved as amended.
Okay, motion by Velma, seconded by Tom. Any other discussion? All those in favor? Carries 4-0. Okay, committee and board reports, Velma?
Yes, we did have a finance meeting last week, and most of the meeting was taken up with the audit. The audit was presented. It was a clean audit. And the auditors did mention that they went through the books very carefully, especially the parts where all those federal funds came in, and to make sure that all the federal funds were in the right place, had been expended correctly, and that all the figures were correct. And they found no problems whatsoever. As part of the meeting, the RSU has gone out with a request for proposals for an accounting information system. And when they get in the proposals, they're not only going to be looking at the proposals, they're also going to be visiting companies that use those systems to see how the systems work before they decide on which system they want for the RSU. So I thought that was a very good idea, that they will visit people using the system and talk to people as to how the system really works before they decide on a system. And as I said, most of the meeting was taken up by the audit, so which everything looks very good. Even the budget looks good. So I'll just leave this to be put on Keith's desk.
Okay. On to managers report. So, first item is the escrow account for performance assurance. Faith Easter of the Arundel Cottages apparently has moved $1 million escrow account for the Route 1 highway improvements to Maine instead of Connecticut. Keith had advised her to follow the agreement, that we may need to place an addendum to the agreement because of the movement of the funds to Maine. Let's see, next item is the request for release of general liability. In the packets, you'll see the letter that went to the River Road property owners. As of Thursday, I hadn't heard anything from Keith. He hadn't seen anything back from them yet, so. Well, you just wanted to update the board that. Have you seen this letter before, Tom? Did this letter look okay to you? We agreed on this, right? But when we had talked about this earlier, we had said that it's probably a good idea to have something, right? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. Next item that we have on the agenda is Route 1 crosswalk. So Keith had sent a letter out to Mr. Bennett, pretty much stating that if they choose to do this next year, they're going to have everything in place prior to approval from the board. He wants to make sure that we have the conversation early now so that they know what's in front of them. He did hear late in the season that any lighted pedestrian crosswalk approved through the MUTCD, which is a mutual on uniform traffic control device, whatever that is okay. Certainly like to see them back next year. I think that was a nice little addition right there in town, and hopefully they can get the crosswalk situation squared away unless we change our minds on it. But it's a busy road, and my concern is traffic heading south. As soon as they come off that light, they're on the gas to go. So, but we'll cross that bridge next year when we see that.
I know they plan on coming back next year. I talked to them and.
Are they aware of this requirement though?
What's his name? Has talked to Mario.
Okay.
They were going to set up an appointment and talk to Keith to see what they could come up with.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
Because, they do want to be there next year.
Yeah. I visited that place a bunch of times.
Yeah.
I ate at all three establishments,
Yeah.
and I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, they don't know if the other guy is coming back.
No,
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 no.
no. And the times that I've been there, I think, I've probably been there like half a dozen times. And I think only twice did I see people crossing from Bentley's. It was mostly motor traffic that was in there. So that was pretty good, right?
Yeah. I think if you want to see people cutting across Route 1, you want to go up to the corner of the campground road, because the people from the Arundel Antiques going over to get coffee or something to eat at the store, they not only cross across this way, but they have even cut kitty corner across the intersection and gone all the way across the intersection. Oh, they're just waiting. If they don't think there's any traffic coming, they just cross.
Yeah. So anyways, hopefully we can get that squared away and they come back, so. Next item on the agenda is the River Road Rail Crossing. You've all seen the emails on that, hopefully. That is gonna happen. They're gonna install a new track panel on the 29th through the 30th. So the town has reached out to the public service agencies and the school, informed them of the closing. And the railroad will be placing notice signs indicating of the closure.
Hopefully they'll do something with that crossing. Although actually it is a 5-mile-an-hour crossing, because if you don't slow down, you end up on the wrong side of the road
Well, when they get that done, I hope it's better than the one that they did on Campground
on
Road.
the log cabin.
Log
road.
cabin road, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if they do that to that one and do that, you're either going to end up in the field
Yeah,
or in the ditch.
right, yeah. Okay. The last item under manager's report is the 159 Proctor Road. You know, a letter was sent on the 20th. You have that in your packets. As of Thursday, there has been no response. When I came to see Keith on Thursday, there's been no response on any of that. And as you see, we were provided with some photographic evidence of trash on the outside, which presents another violation. It's kind of moving forward with that. Hopefully we'll have a better update, but I mean, as I mentioned to Keith, I think, you know, we need to move on this, and I'm not sure what the next action is, but you know, certainly is an issue there. And at this point, I think that they've clearly have not met their obligations, even though the inside may be clean, they haven't met their obligations at all. So we need to do something there big time, so. Okay. So moving on to business, we need a confirmation of town clerk. Yes. All right, so Rachel Bull has been appointed by Keith for the town clerk, and we need a motion and signatures.
So moved.
Okay, so a motion by Velma. Who was the second? Tom?
Tom.
Second by Tom for confirmation of Rachel Bull to town clerk. Any other discussion? All those in favor? No. All right, the next item on the agenda is the general ledger statement. I handed that out to all of you. There's something that Velma had requested, and I guess we'll be seeing this pretty much at every meeting on just all of them, Velma, or this is just all the accounts that were hit, right?
Yeah, I was just, we used to get a report that told us where all of the funds were. And I was actually only looking for 100-00 to -12 as to what banks our funds were in. And the next time I see Lisa, I've got to find out, like, the municipal building fund, where these funds are, what banks are they in? Because if you add up the first, and if you add up those, I don't think they come to the bottom line with the rest of these. So I just want to make sure that like the building fund and the capital equipment fund, are those part of the Androscoggin general fund? I mean, I didn't pull out my calculator and add those all up, but
Well, these would be, I don't believe they would be part of they're all they're all in their own separate account, right? So
yeah,
it
but
would,
what bank are they in? That was my question.
oh, okay.
What bank is holding all of our funds?
Oh,
So
okay.
I looked at the cash, Androscoggin, the general fund. And, you know, the Androscoggin, these are CDs, 250,000 in CDs, and there's the money market account, which is 250,000 in the money market account. But what bank is the rest of these in?
Right. Yeah, okay.
That was my question. So
Yeah,
I'm just gonna
okay.
ask Lisa,
All right, good.
unless those top 1, 2, 3, 6 numbers add up to,
No, they don't.
yeah.
They don't. Far short. Okay, good.
I think the credit union is the bank where, you know, every day when they do the deposit, I think it goes to the credit union. So it must get wiped out, yeah. Yeah, it must get wiped out somehow. Yeah, one of the, that's Infinity is the one they generally make. I don't know why we've got $25 at Town and Country, so no idea.
And we get $9 at Arundel Cottages project account.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Yep.
Okay, so
I'll see Lisa and ask her.
little more discussion on that.
Yeah.
Very good.
That was my actual question, and she actually sent me a copy of the whole report with all the different numbers and everything, and all I told her, I says, no, I just need a modified report, and she sent this, but I said, I just want to know what banks we have all of our funds with. That was all I wanted to know. That was my question. Well, no, actually, we know some of the banks where our funds are, but then we've got all of these funds here that we don't know where they are.
Okay,
So I'll see Lisa and ask her.
good.
I'll give her a hard time.
Okay. Next item is the TIF Capture Cost Committee. So as of this date, we have Michael Thomas, Joe Simard, and Chip Bassett. And Keith was wondering, do we wish to proceed with that or wait a little bit longer? And or establish a day or days to meet going forward? So we've got 3 individuals, kind of hoping for a little bit more, but
I'm wondering if we could pull in 1 or 2 from the budget board too. Maybe with those 3. and a couple
With-
from the
with a
budget
shot
board,
asking
plus-
if-
Yeah, plus us.
you know,
That should be enough.
so I will add this to TIF capture, maybe ask budget board members if they want to participate.
Yeah, see if we've got some budget board numbers on there too. I mean, anything we do is going to involve
Yep.
moving some of those funds around, so.
Yes, sir. Okay. Yep. So, Jack, I'll, Keith, he's gonna review the video, but I'll just reiterate that you're possibly interested in participating, and he can reach out to you if any, that would be Jack Reed. Yep, good. Okay, thank you, Jack. Any other comments on that? No? Okay. And then the last item under business, we all have a copy of the purchasing policy. I guess it's up to the board if we want to just review it and take action on this at the next meeting, or do you feel comfortable taking action on this tonight? Yeah, yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yep. So, yep, okay, so we can review this and, we'll put it on the agenda for the next meeting. Quality. Okay. Next item is payroll / warrant.
So move.
Motion by Velma. Seconded by Phil. Any other discussion? All those in favor? 4-0. The other thing that I'd like to add is, as of Thursday, we did have at least one proposal that came in for the fire station, and think there's gonna be another one coming. I'm not sure if it's come yet or not, so there's been at least one and maybe two coming for the fire station,
For the
so.
roof.
For the roof, yeah, for the replacement of the roof, so. Okay, so maybe unless we're talking, I'm not sure if we're talking the same one, but yeah, I got contacted by somebody that was interested. They were looking for it on the website, and Keith had, because the dates had changed. He hadn't put it on the website yet, so it was put on the website, and I was told that they were gonna put in for it, so. And I don't remember who the first one was. He told me, well, I don't want to just say any names at this point, but, so. Good. Let's see, any other discussion? Comments?
Make a motion, we adjourn. 7:22.
Motion by Velma. I need a second. A second by Phil. Any other discussion? All those in favor? You all have a nice Thanksgiving.
Do you want to put those on? Yes.